you're new to bread making, flatbreads are a great place to start. They're easy and forgiving, and this one's designed to work without any specialty equipment. All you'll need is a bowl, a spoon, and a pan to cook it in. You don't even need an oven. And it's also designed to be made from start to finish in under an hour. So let's get started. Take 2/3 cup or 160 grams of water and microwave it for 20 to 30 seconds. One of the things that'll assist in fast bread making is warm ingredients. And we just want it warm, not hot. If the water's hot, above 110 degrees, it'll kill the yeast and our bread won't rise. To your mixing bowl, add 2 teaspoons or 6 grams of yeast. If you have those little packets from a grocery store, those are usually 7 grams, you could just add the whole packet. Add 2 teaspoons or 8 grams of white sugar. Add 1 teaspoon or 6 grams of salt. Pour the warm water over these ingredients. Add 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of olive oil. You can also use butter if you don't have olive oil. Add 2 cups or 240 grams of all-purpose flour. Stir thoroughly until combined. You don't need to knead it or anything. Just make sure to fully incorporate all the flour into the wet ingredients, scraping the sides of the bowl to make sure you get all of it in. And that's it. Now cover it with a damp but not wet towel and let sit for 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, the dough looks the same from the outside, but it's not. The flour has been fully hydrated. Get your fingertips damp by running it under a tap. Grab a corner of your dough and pull on it just before it tears. This is called a stretch and fold, developing the gluten and giving the dough some structure. Turn the bowl about a quarter turn and repeat the process. Do this 3 or 4 times until you're back to the beginning. Now dampen your palm by running it under the tap again. Place your palm against the end of the dough while dragging your dough against the bottom of the bowl until it forms a shiny ball. Generously flour your work surface and place the dough on the flour. Sprinkle additional flour on top of the dough ball. Divide the dough into 4 equal pieces. If you're using a scale, these are going to be about 105 to 110 grams a piece. Take one of your pieces, take a corner and fold it into the center. Continue this until the chunk of dough resembles a ball. Now flip the dough over so the seam side's down and drag the ball against your work surface to seal the seam. Once you have a roughly shaped ball, press down on it to make a disc. Repeat this process with the rest of the dough. When this is done, you can either cover the dough balls on your work surface with a damp towel or return them to the mixing bowl. I'm going to return mine to the mixing bowl to free up my cutting board, placing them against the sides of the bowl, spaced out so they don't stick to one another when they proof. Cover the bowl with a damp towel and place the bowl in a warm place to proof for 30 minutes. If your kitchen runs cold, this might take more like 45 minutes. After about 30 minutes, our dough balls have roughly doubled in size. Preheat your skillet over medium-low heat for 5 to 10 minutes. While the skillet warms, we'll shape the dough. Dust your work surface with flour. Remove one of the discs from your bowl. Flatten the disc with your hands, and with a rolling pin, or if you don't have a rolling pin, a wine or a liquor bottle, roll your disc till it's about a 1/4 inch thick. Shake off excess flour and place to the side, and repeat with the additional doughs. When your skillet's preheated, place one of the breads in the skillet. Cook for 1 to 2 minutes on each side. When the bread is cooked on each side, place in a clean towel and cover, and let rest for 10 minutes. Even after the dough has been removed from the heat, it'll continue to steam and cook the interior for about 10 minutes. You don't want to cut into it right away. You want to let it rest because the center will still be raw. Repeat with the additional 3 pieces. By the time you cook the 4th piece, the first 2 should be about ready to eat. And there you have it, fresh bread fast, from start to finish in under an hour. You don't have to limit yourself to Mediterranean food when you make this bread. You can make these pieces in about half the size and use 2 of them as a hamburger bun. You can wrap them around a sausage or make a lunch meat sandwich too. They're even great with tuna salad.